Hello, YouTube land. Check your clocks because it's amateur rubber time. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2. In the last episode, I lost everybody. I am officially sad still. We lost Chiaki. We saw her execution. It was a horrific reenactment of wonderful games in the worst way possible. But we are now on chapter 06. That's what it said. It said 0 and 6, which is kind of odd. And the game's glitching out and such. And we're here in Host Peak Academy from the first game. And we're doing research or something, as Monokuma said. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this because I have no clue what's happening next. But we'll just, like I said, jump in and see what happens next. So you know what to do, guys. Leave a like for Danganronpa 2. Leave a like for everyone who's fallen. Oh my god. Like, well, the minute I put up his face, he infuriates me. It's official. Like, I hate this dude so much. But leave a like. Don't leave a like for this Joker. Leave a like for Byakuya, Gundam, Soda, Teru, Neko, Fuyuhiko, Wario, Chiaki, Sonia, Hyoko, Mahiru, Mikani, Ibuki, and Peko Yama. Not Nagito, forget that guy. Oh yeah, Monomi also got executed too, but I'm not really concerned with her. So let's just jump right into it. And boom jams if you can't spam.
Prepare yourself.
I will.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Host Peak Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, then let's all leave this island alive by any means.
of course.
Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Host Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we never choose to stay on this island.
Hey.
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all the questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa.
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However.
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
Alright.
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at a green light, we'd never reach our goal. Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then, let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia.
Please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely gonna go home. Absolutely. This is for you, Chiaki. Where am I going? Oh, so we're just investigating. We're not... Wow, we're just going straight into it, huh? Oh, everything's glitchy again. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. This is Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't even know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. I'm very scared that this is like all glitchy. Kinda reminds me of another game that was like this. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall had been erected to limit our movement. Is it just me? No, it's not. Wait, how do I know what to investigate? Does it show? Nope, okay, that path is obviously blocked. I like this investigation music though. This is like so hyped up. Wow, what happened to this place? I don't even know where to begin. I'm looking at my map. It has been a while since I played the first one, so bear with me if I don't know where everything is again. I should play it again, just on my free time. It's fun. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What's this? Oh, there's the target. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? That's awesome. God, it's so pink. What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, The History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma? Why is a manga in such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Hey, regarding reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Oh, it really is a manga. Dude, I need to read some more manga. It really is so interesting and fun to read. I know at this library I can read manga. Anyway, I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are the key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it also is a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes that they will not be able to make progress with their research or talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy, Ernest Wish, a true genius who could become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and it was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of the manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happen, right? The manga slowly only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but nah, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird.
You're here again.
The thing that's weird is you, of course.
Huh?
Hey, why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too.
What do you want me to say?
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Corps students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, it's expected of a reserve corps student.
Damn it, what the heck? Oh, we got a truth bullet. Reserve department. Ookity dookity. I guess that's it from here. At least it's not glitching out like it does in... Oh, it's still glitchy out. Never mind. Where do I go now? I don't know. This door looks open. I really just have to guess where I'm gonna go. 5A. Ah. Alright, what we got? Another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons. The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? Is that why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history? If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura, yeah. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known for the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. That is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa 0. Okay. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy.
What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But, ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was true of the meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me more of those talents so that I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. But what about me? Was I a participant too? Nah, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Okay, Tragedy of Hope's Peak. Anyway, I learned about the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but it's all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Okay, I guess that's it for this area. We outie, Scouty. Now what? Maybe if I could check the bio lab again. I don't know, like will places open up as I keep checking or what? Yeah, okay, wow. Right when I said that, it became true. So the more places I investigate, places will just open up. So I really do have to guess, don't I? What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Well, refrigerator. I've seen this in movies before. It's a refrigerator for preserving dead bodies. At least that's what it looks like, but that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school biolab isn't something you should joke about. It just feels so forced. The idea should have been canceled during development or something. What am I thinking? Wow. I like how it keeps making callbacks to previous games. There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history? I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Let's see what we got. Ooh, spooky. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy at Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to resolve quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and the people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence of death continued to spread, their shock of actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to a more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by a high school student progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful, influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Yikes. Me just reading that, I was like, eee. I was like getting creeped out by just my own voice reading that, all that sent, those paragraphs. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant, what's happened to them?
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough. What is with this messed up manga?
I thought you obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that. Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during the period has completely removed from your brains.
This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn the full extent of your outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking of telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Yeesh. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is the Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Host Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Host Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then, are the killing we're involved in connected with them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Yikes. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? I don't know. We gotta figure out what's open. That's not open. Oh, this is open. Onward. 5B. Okay. Oh, Fuyuhiko. Nah, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Okay. When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. Yeah, it's gonna be shitty either way. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. Alright, Monokuma.
Why, hello, Hajime! I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been wanting so long for. Surprise! It's about the Ultimate Despair.
Huh?
Ahem. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title of a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
A high school girl?
Lady Junko Enoshima.
Junko Enoshima?
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. There was only one really horrible person in that group.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Humans are so obsessed with their philosophy and have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that the incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize that threat? Then what was their purpose?
What?
Like I said, why did they cause the incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they do what they did without any purpose.
It was Junko Enoshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose. It's a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is so much despair that she's truly helpless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelmingly forceful personality, Junko recruited the Ultimate Despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the Ultimate Despairs who have been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All all despair, whether it was for her own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Ashima. Like believers making offerings to their God, like a mother providing food for their children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko and Ashima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy?
Final days?
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true for famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide.
Mass suicide? All 2,357 students?
Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
Oh my god, though that's Hajime. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko and Ashima? Heh, it doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko and Ashima's already dead. Huh? Ultimate despair. Yikes. So they all killed themselves except Hajime. Wow. That is dark. That is very dark. This got dark all of a sudden. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko and Ashima's really dead? What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait, what was that you said about the Killing School Life? Like the killings we were involved in, and they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. For a manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko and Ashima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko and Ashima's dead. It turns out that the Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy. She took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hope's Peak Academy were widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Ashima failed. Junko lost the students and placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who's our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble the Killing School Life. Well, I don't know who the hell's imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from the Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere, just like the surveillance cameras during the Killing School Life? Yikes. And he hasn't been saying a word.
Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh?
What, do you have a problem with that?
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag.
Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen to you if you do that?
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route.
You're not making sense again.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside world and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy.
Okay. That's Very ominous. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we're at the 4th floor now. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? Nah, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Ugh. Wario, have you found anything? Akane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like something's getting closer.
Hmm? What do you mean? Who?
I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, oh my god, I can't see. Her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Alright, where do I even go? Okay, that's blocked. Music hall? I feel like the ones that are like not highlighted or in green are open. Here we go. What is this? This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, what is this? Looks like it's some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the mark engraved on the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol is a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Okay. So World Ender is not a thing? What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by the ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group that can go that far without Junko and Ishima's rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of a killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of the Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of the origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking about some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe... I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Ugh. Oh, it has hope. Hope. Despair. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they all took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. Nah, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then its true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Ishima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was on the ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. Okay. So Chiaki was actually on our side. Oh, she's dead. No. I don't want to remember that horrible execution. As a gamer, I can relate. Ugh. The office. There's soda. This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room has that kind of stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Well,
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Actually, as I keep playing this game, I'm actually starting to like Soda more. I'm starting to like him a bit more. Let's see what we got. Blackboard? There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. Hey, it's us. Huh. I wonder what else we got. Okay, we got a picture. Whoa. Pictures. There's a newspaper posted on the black. Hiyoko. Below that, Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? What the heck? Why do... Hold on. Hiyoko, you're looking more like a woman. What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean the Hiyoko we knew. Right. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hiyoko we knew. She looks a lot cuter, I'll tell you that much. What does this mean? Bet you she's like a cuter now, but I bet you like she was like evil to the core still. This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? Nah, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything. She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still so much of a resemblance.
what are you saying?
That's Hiyoko. Huh? Well, what are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well,
I don't know what to tell ya. Maybe she had a growth spurt?
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
today I'm feeling white.
I'm feeling white. Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in this newspaper. Is he really saying that this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh? If it says subjects, maybe there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it wouldn't mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. List of subjects. Yikes. Well, what's this? An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched onto the placard says, Host Peak Academy's founder, Izuru Kamakura? It's this guy? The founder of Host Peak Academy and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Does this clearly contradict the information I contained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Look at his face. He has like a steak face. He's like, I smell something funny. Perhaps it was me. I farted during this picture. Oh, Monokuma.
Are you serious?
A glitched up Monokuma. What's this? There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like the passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best to continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Ashima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there's still a leader on par with Junko and Ashima. As long as we do nothing about the Remnants of Despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the Remnants of Despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all out war. If the Remnants of Despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way we'd be forgiven that easily. Ooh, now we got one that says Despair. There's a little swirl. That's cool. I love this hope and despair fight, like black and white, like Monokuma. It's so cool.
Okay, with this, he totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage? What you talking about, Monokuma? Oh, we're on a different... Oh my god. Damn it, not again. The hallway is different from last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? Nah, this is the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just gonna waste my energy. Alright. Okay, this is the third floor. Got it. So glitchy. The rec room. Yeah, this is just like... Oh, it's floating. This is not like the place. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. Okay. We got a file. And a hologram. File first. It's a file with Hope Peak Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation is providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms that I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? Okay. Let's see what this hologram's all about. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they are survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others, so we decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the Remnants of Despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Dang. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. More despair. My despair bullet. Oh, and my hope bullet, too. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then, why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why are we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible with the Future Foundation to set all this up.
What's this?
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse.
It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them.
You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
no.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all.
There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Okay. I guess we're good here. We outie. Second floor. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Dude, I am upside down. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, Wario's glitching out. Yeah. It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Akane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my
They're definitely real close. At least that's what my gut's telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is... They're both.
Yeah,
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
you.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. Oh my god. I definitely need the map for this. This is literally freaking me out. I can't go that way. Oh, the music changed too. It's all old schoolish, 8-bit, right? I like it. I love like old like retro music. Library. Dude, this is so cool. Oh, I completely forgot. It shows the music in the corner. Yeah, it is 8-bit. That's legit. Anyway, this must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Is it this? This hologram again. It must be another one of those Future Foundation emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. The Future Foundation 14th of... Makoto! Makoto! Oh my god! Makoto Naegi. Mr. Naegi! Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agree with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnant of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why is he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Email to Makoto and more despair bullets. Alright, is that it from here? Yes, it is. Okay. So we got Makoto coming up in here all of a sudden. What else we got? Oh, this is so weird looking. Weird. Oh my god, my game's breaking again. Oh, thank god, I actually made it in here. Huh? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but it looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in the school and now I'm suddenly in the laundry room. Okay, what do we got? Tablet PC. This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power's on too. Is this the next clue? Hey, one of Junko's magazines are on the table. I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Ooh. Does it have Candy Crush? Neo World program? This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting the device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in a synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through use of virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Yikes. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! I screamed loudly as I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice.
You gotta raise the flag more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you.
Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too? Your program. So is this what's going on with this whole glitchy stuff? I'm in a virtual world? Oh no. That has to be the only explanation why everything's going glitchy like this. Whoa, whoa.
Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. Pooh hoo hoo. You guys are the only ones watching this, so who can save them? The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. Pooh hoo 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 hoo.
Oh my gosh. So it really is like a virtual world then. Look at this stuff, this hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I didn't really see a resemblance, but this is not healthy for my eyes. Let's see. Oh my god, I can't see. This map is. What's up, Sonia?
Well?
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? The placebo effect is when your health improves by taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real.
Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh?
Oh my.
I am not sure. I do not fully understand.
What the heck? Oh my god, I can't see where I'm going. Okay, walls. Stop. Wait. Go. Monokuma's over here bobbity booping.
The moment you discover that the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear.
Okay. Classroom 1B. Whoa. This is actually kind of cool looking. Wow. Anyway, big object. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something like this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? And the moment I looked in that object, it's red. Oh my god. Oh, Chihiro! Oh my god, it's been forever.
Welcome to the Neo World program.
A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, isn't even a person in the first place?
I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me.
It can talk. But what are you? Alter Ego? Artificial intelligence program?
I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I am responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar.
Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. This floating. Like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program?
The Neo World program is a minute data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I'm to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, the circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program.
Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way to me acknowledge that as the truth. It would make me that much more sense if it was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that? Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place?
The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope.
A program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here and the fact that we don't have our memories, it's all program's fault, right?
Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you will upload the memories obtained in the virtual world.
Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right?
That is a mystery for me too. Booting the program and the survivors of Hope Speak Academy while still in the experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I do not know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry.
Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally?
I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this.
All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer than that virus?
Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors.
2 monitors?
Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students.
And that was Monami and Chiaki.
They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer and the teacher role had been given the authority to influence you all, but the observer and the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else.
What kind of authority does the teacher role have?
As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like that outside world has become a world filled with violence and death.
What is that virus?
I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but the function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole a portion of my abilities which contain my authority to build the world. It was like a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control, but even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience.
She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means the supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one? That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program?
The Neo World program is just in isolation. It's impossible that it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it.
Physically?
Perhaps someone secretly thought of an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it to the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened.
It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility? But the only person who could have ever entered that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything's a lie? The Observers. And the Neo World program.
But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too.
A limit?
If I took over an observer, then I'll be able to follow the rules of the observer, such as, in order to end the program or release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Okay.
Even if you're just a guide in the machine, that's enough hits from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. It can be parallel to the dysfunction based on the...
What is going on? Okay.
Accelerating crisis of the joint ownership of the world in a situation from the context invites your death, 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 death.
Hey?
Death, 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 death.
Oh my god, what is going on? I am very afraid. What the heck? What just happened? Oh, I know what that outline is. You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch it this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really wanted to save you right away, but because of the virus interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means the person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just, who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and I believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What do you want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037? 11037. That's the number we found at Izumi Castle. The door to the ancient room was supposed to open after you all finished gathering hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. But even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in the place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set that password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Oh man, I bet you... Wow, that really must have stuck to him, man. That sucks. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person's trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair and using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat him. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario where an observer who has the role of the teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use the graduation exam site. It's the force shutdown sequence. Force shutdown sequence? Even the teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's the way to end that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they wouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the force shutdown sequence, you need more than half the students, a number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. As Yashibaba. Yashibaba at the death. And there goes. Okay. Death. Well, I think we're gonna actually have to leave it off on there, guys, because we ran out of time for more. But if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Also, comment and subscribe to get new feed on videos and become a member of the Cuckoo Crew today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter so you can recommend the fidget games you want me to play or chat, your preference. Also, if you subscribe, be sure to tap that bell to get notifications on videos so you'll never miss one from me ever again. But that's going to be it from Danganronpa 2. In the next episode, I guess we're going to just see what this weirdo world's all about. It's just glitching so bad right now. Like, it's giving me chills. But until then, guys, have a nice day, have a nice night, and Mature is out.